Have you ever felt the weight of an unseen gaze in the heart of the wilderness? In the dense woodland that hugs our humble mountain town, a silent giant breathes life into whispered legends. The Sasquatch, a name that echoes with an eerie resonance, a creature of myth, its hulking form hidden in the forest's depths. Each step into the woods carries with it a heavy sense of its lurking presence, a shadow blending seamlessly with the trees. Although its monstrous form remains unseen, tales of its imposing size and primal strength cast a dread that hangs over our wilderness like a storm cloud. Yet within me, fear dances with curiosity, a bright flame urging me to confront this lurking terror and peel back the layers of the Sasquatch legend. And so, with a heart pounding with fear and curiosity, I dared to venture deeper into the forest. The lure of the unknown beckoning me into the heart of the wilderness, into the lair of the silent giant. As the sun surrendered to the night, I felt its gaze upon me, more intense than ever. The forest, once a symphony of life, felt eerily silent. My heart pounded with a rhythm of primal fear. It was a fear known only to prey, a fear that sends a shiver down your spine and quickens your pulse, a fear that is as old as time itself. I was in the territory of the Sasquatch, the silent giant of the wilderness. Each step I took deeper into the heart of the woods felt like a leap into the unknown. The rustling leaves underfoot, the whispering wind through the branches, the crunch of twigs, every sound was amplified in the silence. It was as if the forest was holding its breath, waiting, watching. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end, a clear sign of the danger lurking just beyond sight. The Sasquatch, a creature of myth and legend, was no longer just a whisper among the trees. It was real, and it was near. As the last rays of the sun disappeared, I felt a presence, a shadow that seemed to blend seamlessly with the darkness. It was watching me. I could feel its gaze, a weight that bore down on me with an intensity that sent chills down my spine. The tales of its monstrous size, its ferocious strength, they were no longer just stories. They were real. The Sasquatch was real. And it was here. With each passing moment, the darkness seemed to close in around me, as if the forest itself was conspiring with the creature. And then, I saw it. A massive silhouette, its eyes gleaming with a predatory light. It was the Sasquatch, the silent giant of the wilderness, the terror of the night. It stared at me, its gaze piercing the darkness, and then, with a primal roar that shook the forest, it lunged. With a roar that echoed through the silent woods, the Sasquatch lunged, and I braced for the inevitable. In the face of such monstrous terror, I realized my fate. I stood, frozen, the weight of my impending doom settling heavily upon my shoulders. The Sasquatch, the silent giant of the forest, was no longer a faceless terror lurking in the shadows of my imagination. It was real, and it was standing right before me. In the heart of the wilderness, under the cloak of night, I had come face to face with the embodiment of primal fear. The tales that had once sent shivers of dread down my spine were no longer just stories. They were my reality. There was a sense of inevitability, a cruel acceptance of the fate that awaited me. I was about to become a part of the Sasquatch legend, another tale whispered around campfires and passed down through generations. The haunting gaze of the creature, its monstrous form bathed in the moonlight, would forever be etched into my memory. The wilderness, once a place of tranquility and beauty, had transformed into a hunting ground, a world where the Sasquatch reigned supreme and humans were merely prey. The realization sent a chill down my spine. We were not at the top of the food chain here. We were intruders in a world ruled by a beast far more ancient and powerful than us. The primal fear it instilled was not merely a product of its terrifying presence. It was a reflection of our own vulnerability, a harsh reminder of our mortality. In the face of such a creature, we were nothing more than fragile beings, easily broken and consumed. As the Sasquatch lunged, its roar echoing through the wilderness, I braced myself for the end. I was about to become a part of the legend, a tale of terror told to caution the unwary souls who ventured into the wilderness alone. In the dark heart of the wilderness, I had become a part of the legend, a tale of terror echoing through the ages. And with that final thought, I closed my eyes, ready to meet my fate at the hands of the silent giant, the Sasquatch.